Okay, so this is Wednesday, April the 29th, 2026, and so I want to do a recording about, good, how are you? A recording about the Random House manuscript, and so that was completed. I believe it was completed at the end of, was it the end of March? Was it March 27th? I believe it was February 27th when I seen the submission guidelines. So you could provide or submit your work directly to the editorial team as long as you fell within one of the underrepresented literary communities that were outlined in their submission guidelines. And thankfully and fortuitously, I was, and I submitted it as a fiction or a literary fiction, but in all honesty, it's a nonfiction because I I lived every moment of it, and that's how my goal has always been. I remember many years ago when I first started writing, I had such a small, tiny vocabulary, and I don't think I used, I was very incorrect with the diction of the words that I used, and I had very limited understanding. A lot of it was false understanding. And so I made, a commitment just to devote myself to learning the different words, but learning them in their proper context, and then applying them, or being very keen on looking for ways to use these words in day-to-day conversations, which can make you seem like you're being, you're trying to be something that you're not. But I always knew, the intent of what I was doing was actually just to practice what I was learning and to put it into practice. And as per everything, the more you practice something, the more comfortable you get with it, and the more familiar you are with it, and the more it becomes natural. So that's the goal. Is it's never to sound like I know more, but it's always to better myself and increase and refine in my ability to properly express the abstract thoughts that are inside of me, and in an effort to be more clear and to clearly communicate more clearly communicate to the people around me. So it's always about being a better service to the people around me. So anyway, I remember I read the word verisimilitude, and I remember thinking, oh goodness, I've never heard this word before. And what I gathered from it, I remember thinking, it reminds me of, I'm thinking vivisection. Verisimilitude was just the quality of something the quality of real life in something. So to add verisimilitude to my writing would be to ensure that it reads like it's real life, and like it really happened. And I thought, what better way to, first and foremost, I agree with this, and I think that is one of the major, what's the word for it? It means you're drawn to something, but you're deeply drawn to something. I can't recall that word in this moment, but that's okay. I'll continue on. But that was the major pull that I felt, and that was the major goal that I desired with my writing. I want to stay away from things that seem contrived, and I definitely want to stay away from things that are fabricated. kind of like a really nice photo of a sunset where the person, they traveled to an exotic location, and then they woke up at a very specific time. They disciplined themselves to wake up at a very specific time. They used a very specific lens. They found a very specific location, and they snapped the photo at a very specific time. And then there's so much beauty in that photo versus somebody who, you know, takes a photo and then uses like the different applications that are available to us, and then they, you know, they modify this, they brush up that, they change this scenery or this scene, they manipulate the tints and like the hue of the colors, and to create like a perfect photo. I'd rather spend the time, you know, finding and abiding in that moment and capturing that moment that creates the perfect photo. So that's extremely difficult, and you know, like there's a lot of like serendipity and you know, fortuity and all those fun things, like they have to occur. And when you're doing it too, you're never going to know if it, like how it's going to turn out until after it's done. So anyway, so that is what I desired with this writing, and that's what I desired with this manuscript. And I, between you, me, and a tree, that is what I put forth. And I guess I'll start another video to talk about like me as a person, and this might add a little insight into you know, another dimension to this manuscript.